Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Gwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe it on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And real briefly, I was doing some reading just now in Genesis, the 25th chapter. You know, my little personal studies right now. I'm in Genesis, going through, our history, man, our heritage, and how that even came about. And also in the book of John. But nevertheless, what I was just reading in the 25th chapter, it's like I'm outside too, so, maybe some wind and this dog across the street just started barking. But nevertheless, man, it shouldn't be none too long. But what I want to touch on in this lesson is that reading about Esau, and that birthright, Esau and that birthright, how he didn't care about it. And the thing was that, and we'll read it here in a few, was out of his own mouth. The scriptures say, thine own mouth condemned thee. Out of his own mouth, just because he thought he was going to die. You see, just because he thought, that his birthright or considered his birthright wasn't going to mean nothing in the time he was living, he sold it. You see, he sold it, man. And we know what that birthright consists of. Hey, a quick scripture, to kind of give an overall view of it. Romans, the 9th chapter and the 4th verse. Everything that pertained to the nation of Israel, as Apostle Paul said, we might get it. But if Esau wouldn't have sold his birthright, that would have been for him. You see? So the so-called white people today, they would have received the kingdom of heaven. Yahweh Shai would have came for them. Right? They would have received the first covenant, right? With Moses, Moses. And the second covenant with the new bodies, everlasting life, everything we gonna receive, they would have had it. But the point is, he was living in the moment, and it's a lesson for us. They say use other people, what they go through, use them for examples, so we don't have to go through it. Well, let's use Esau for example, so we don't fall into the same boat. Because look, we have been blessed with this birthright. We want to be like our forefather Jacob, which is Esau's brother. Jacob fought for his. You see, Jacob got that birthright and fought for it. And even unto death, he was fighting with an angel. The angel told him, look, stop, man. The angel popped Jacob hip out of the joint. Jacob said, look, I ain't going to stop until you give me my blessing. But the point is, I want to touch on this lesson real quick is for us, though, using Esau as that example. No matter what situation we be in from here on out, even if it's unto death, still, don't give up. Don't give up, man. Esau, he was about to die because he was hungry. This nigga gave up. This nigga sold the birthright. You see? Because look, we understand what? Why sell it? Because one, our work is going to follow. Even if you do die, you're going to get it in the resurrection or in a reincarnation. You're going to come back into it. Even if we die, we still want to leave a legacy in the earth on what we did while we was here. Just because if we have to be martyrs for the truth. What, you just going to give up and go back and... No. Just like as many forefathers, Yahweh Shai, for example, he could have easily gave up in the Garden of Gethsemane. He told Peter, look, you don't think I can call angels and do this and do that? But no, he left us an example, man, on how to keep fighting, how not to give up. Because what we fight for here on earth, we eventually go get rewarded for it, man. Just because it might not happen right now when we wanted to, like Esau. And he sold the birthright. In other words, he left the truth. You see, he left the truth. So let's select for the long intro. But let's get into it real quick. And we'll get straight to the point. And, we just flow through the spirit. I ain't got no set precepts. We just gonna, flow. I just finished reading. And I got to head out here in a few. So I want to do this lesson while it's hot on my spirit. But let's get into it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25. And I'll start up for some who may not know the story, but it's Genesis 25, and I'm gonna start at 21. It says Isaac, which is the son of Abraham. It says Isaac pleaded with, and it's the NLT version. I'm in the NLT. It says Isaac pleaded with the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was unable to have children. And then the Lord answered Isaac's prayer, and Rebekah became pregnant with twins. But the two twins struggled with each other in her womb. So she went to ask Yahweh about it and said, "Why is this happening to me?" And Yahweh told her, "The sons in your womb will become two nations." Yeah, they twins, but they two different type of people. They will be two separate nations, right? It says, "The sons in your womb will become two nations. From the very beginning, the two nations will be rivals." And that's why we see the hate and the tension between, and it's not just in the present time, it's history, man, between so-called white people and so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see? Because what? This goes back way to the beginning, to Esau and Jacob, even before them. Even before Esau and Jacob, it was Cain and Abel. Even before Cain and Abel, it was who? The serpent in the garden and Adam and Eve. That wicked seed always was against and rivaling that chosen seed, man. Right? And it says, let's continue. And verse 24, it says, "And when the time came to give birth, Rebekah discovered that she did indeed have twins. And the first one was very red at birth and covered with thick hair like a fur coat. So they named him Esau," which is the father of the so-called white people today. You know? It says, "Then the other twin was born with his hand grasping Esau's heel," meaning what? Because we're going to pull Esau out of rulership, start with Yahushua. But Jacob came out holding on to the heel of Esau. You may picture that. One twin coming out, then you see a hand on the ankle and holding. He had to be holding on tight for him to come out, the vagina still holding on. Yeah. It says, "Then the other twin was born with his hand grasping Esau's heel, so they named him Jacob. And Isaac was 60 years old when the twins were born." Now check this out. It says, "And the boys grew, and Esau became a skillful hunter. He was an outdoorsman, but Jacob had a quiet temperament, preferring to stay at home. And Isaac loved Esau because he enjoyed eating the wild game Esau brought home, but Rebekah loved Jacob." Now, this going into the point. It says, "But one day when Jacob was cooking stew, Esau arrived home from the wilderness exhausted and hungry. And Esau said to Jacob, 'I am starving. Give me some of that red stew.'" You feel me? So Jacob probably wasn't even done cooking it yet. It's still red, right? It says, "And this is how Esau got his other name, Edom, which means red." Verse 31, "And Jacob replied, 'All right, but trade me your right as the firstborn son.'" Now people get mad at Jacob. These Christians say, "Oh, he lied to Esau. He got over on him." Even Esau tried to say, "My brother supplanted me, father." No, he clearly told you, "Look, I'll give you some food, but give me your birthright." That's a fair trade. That's a fair trade, man. Right? It says, "But Jacob said, 'All right, but trade me your rights as the firstborn.'" Verse 32. Now, this is the point. This is what Esau go say. Check it out. Again, going back into the birthright, the promises. This man gave it up because he was living in the moment. He didn't consider the latter end of things. He didn't have prudence, man. He didn't have foresight. In other words, Esau wasn't spiritual enough to consider that the things were going to be fulfilled or might be fulfilled down the line. He didn't trust in the future of things, man. Let's read it. So, verse 32, Esau says, "Look, I'm dying of starvation. What good is my birthright to me now?" What this going to do for me right now in this moment I'm in? What a kingdom of heaven down the line going to do for me right now in this moment I'm in? That's the mindset of Esau, man. You see? Just like today, everything got to be fast. It's a microwave society because it's Esau society. Fast food, right? Uber Eats and everything is fast. You see? No patience, no spirituality. That's not an Esau. that's given to us. But we can't think of when we get in not even in Jacob's trouble, but even right now, situations we may go through, low points we may be in, times when the Lord may be testing us, and even up to the time when we're in Jacob's trouble. The Lord may make us go through a little something to test us, but we can't say, all right, I give up like Esau. He gave up. In other words, if Jacob and Esau was back then with those birthrights, Esau be going through, again, a famine. He would have gave up. He would have left the truth, denounced Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. If he was getting persecuted in Jacob's trouble, he would have gave up. You see? Because of the now. He wasn't considering the things to come, man. Let's read it again. It says, look, I'm dying of starvation, Esau said. What good is my birthright to me now? That's the thing. We know it's going to pay off in the end. You see? And even, okay, let's say this, because we know it's going to happen in our lifetime. And again, so like if I'm, all over the place, it's an impromptu, But say if the kingdom don't happen in our lifetime, which we 100% believe / know it is. But say if it didn't, and I know that Yashawamba say this a lot, say if it didn't, what kind of legacy or name you want to leave right now in this time? You see, we still want to live the life of the righteous, to have a good report in the heavens. Because say if this not the end, then when we do come back in our reincarnation again, right, in another life, if this not the end, but again, we know it is, we still want to have a righteous name, man. So we still going to want to fight now if this wasn't the end. But the point is, this is the end now. So we for sure can't let go of this birthright, can't let go of this crown that the Lord have given us, which in other words is like a ticket to the chariot, but we still have to hold on to it until he come. Say if you get a ticket, say you got the Willy Wonka ticket, the gold ticket, like on a movie, you get the gold ticket, but you lose it before the day come when you got to go there and give them the ticket to get into the factory. Right, you had the ticket, but you ain't got it when it's time to get in. You see? So that's the point. We have the ticket, but we have to keep it until Yahweh Shai come and open the doors up to that chariot, and then we'll have the access inside. But you see, Esau right here, he ain't consider none of that. He just gave it away because of what he was going through in the flesh, because of what he was suffering and fighting through in the world. He let go of spiritual, everlasting blessings, man. Consider this. Use Esau for an example on how not to be. So let's finish it up, though. So like it says, so look, I am dying of starvation, Esau said. So what good is this birthright to me now? But Jacob said, first, you must swear that your birthright is mine. See, Jacob ain't do nothing wrong. He told his man twice, gave him 2 chances. It says, so Esau swore an oath, and thereby selling all his rights as the firstborn to his brother Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and lentil stew, and Esau ate the meal, then got up and left. And he showed contempt for his birthright as the firstborn. And in the KJV version, it says, and thus Esau despised his birthright. And when you go into that word contempt, it says scorn, disrespect, beneath consideration, worthless. So he didn't care about it. He didn't care about it. He cared for temporary things. This man ate think about that. Ain't no telling how big the bowl was. You just get a bowl of stew and some bread. Jacob probably, he probably ain't seasoning how he wanted to on purpose. But look, and after the bowl, soon as you done, and now you full. Now guess what? Everything that you was gonna receive as the firstborn is gone because of a temporary moment. That just like Moses, another example on a man willing to fight. It says that Moses, he rather suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy pleasures of sin for a season. Esau enjoyed a little meal for a couple of minutes and lost eternity, man. Let's not be like that. You see? Let's not be like that. Let's get this in Isaiah 47, because it's going to say how Esau, the wicked, he ain't never considered a latter end. It's Isaiah 47, right? And let's see where it's at. Isaiah 47 is talking about Esau in verse 6. It says, I was wroth with my people. This is the Heavenly Father speaking. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. See, we was giving it to Esau's hand. And specifically, when you go into this chapter, the first verse is talking about the daughter of Babylon, which is America. And we know who America is ran by, Esau, Edom. So this directed towards Esau, Edom, and the main place of his rulership, America. And we have been given into this man's hands here. But check it out. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. And thou didst show them no mercy. And upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke. And thou hast said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou did not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it, man. So Esau ain't consider, now, of course, in context in this chapter, talking about how he put our people through oppression, he ain't considered that the Heavenly Father was going to judge him for it. But you see, just their mindset in general, they don't consider the things to come. You know, they don't consider the things to come. They ain't consider the blessings that they would have received. And now, since they've been oppressing us, they feel plagued because we have the blessing now. They ain't even considering the judgment that's about to come to them because they gave it away. So the same thing for us. If we don't cherish this birthright and give it away, then shit, there's a judgment coming just like it's for Esau, man. We got the greatest gift. Shit, I want to say known to man, but what we got ain't even known to man. Man can't just get this. And this nigga gave it away for a bowl of soup. You could have, like Elder Yashua would say, you could have fasted. You could have fasted and said if you would have died, your descendants would have still been blessed. This man ain't care about his descendants. Just like we see today, Amalek, you know, the small hats. They storing up riches, ain't caring about their descendants, ain't caring about the other Edomites in the world. They keeping it all for themselves. You see? But let's get this. The Lord told us, be wise and consider the end. Let me see if I can find it. And I'll wind it down. Yep, this Deuteronomy 32. And let's see. I'll get straight to the point. Deuteronomy 32 and 29. It says, oh, that they were wise, that they would understand this, that they would consider their latter end. And it's going into us as Israelites. So the scripture is saying now that we have the blessing, not to be like Esau, but to consider the latter end of things, man. You see? In other words, to be willing to fight for the Lord no matter what time period we in, no matter what we go through. We gonna get the blessings eventually. Just wait on it. Esau couldn't wait on it. He couldn't wait on it. He couldn't wait on it, man. Let's read that again. It says, oh, that they were wise, that they would understand this, that they would consider their latter end, man. You know? So look, we know these things go come. If we know they go come, what's the point of giving up on them? You know? Imagine you selling your crown because the Lord ain't feed you in a day, one day. You give everlasting life for one. Let's get Romans 9, because this is ultimately what he gave up, man. Everything. Hey, but we got it now. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Esau's birthright that was trash to him have become our treasure and our good news, man. You know? Matter of fact, hey, before we get Romans the 9th chapter, let me get Hebrews 12. Because Romans the 9th chapter go into the blessings that he gave up. But Hebrews 12 say when he would have inherited these things, he was rejected. So look, he would have got what we going to receive. But again, it's not possible no more. Let's get this real quick and then I'll get Romans 9. So this Hebrews 12 and 15. It says, looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness spring up and trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. And lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Check it out. Check this out. It says, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessings, so if he didn't sell it, again, everything we go read in Romans the 9th chapter, and even more, you know, the things we don't know of, he would have received it. But let's read on. It says, when he would have inherited the blessings, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he saw the Catholic with tears, man. You see? So yes, he would have got everything, new bodies, kingdom of heaven, Yahweh Shai to be their Lord and Savior, and dominion over everything, spiritual power. But guess what? Now it's for Jacob. Let's get Romans 9. It's Romans, the 9th chapter, and the 3rd verse. It says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites. So we talking about and to the Israelites right now, according to the flesh. So sorry, Christians, and no spiritual Israelite. It says according to the flesh, bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But let's see what the next part of this verse about to tell these people. It says, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth. Let's stop right here. What pertain mean? Belong to. So whatever we about to read from here on out, it pertaineth or belongs to who? To the Israelites. Let's read it again. Romans 9 and 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth or whom belongeth the adoption? And what's that? Being brought back to the Father. Being called the children of Yahweh again, man. The sons of God. Through Yahweh Shai's sacrifice. It says, and the glory. What's that? The kingdom of heaven. New bodies. Heavenly bodies. We gonna get that. It says, and the covenants, the first covenant, the law, statutes, commandments. The second covenant, the laws being put into those new bodies, being made perfect. God's on earth. It says, and the giving of the law and the service of God. It would have been a nation of, Esau could have been a nation of kings and priests. He could have been a nation of prophets, apostles and prophets. You see? But he gave all that up. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Esau. Thank you for being weak. You see? Just we see it today, though. Soon as Esau go through some hardship, they jump off a building. You know? You have a CEO of a company worth $400 million and his company go bankrupt. Now he only got $50 million. He go kill himself and kill his family because times got hard. Right. You see the spirit of Esau, weak. You know? But it says, and the promises. So all the promises. It says, whose are the fathers, and that's whom concerning the flesh Mashiach came. And he even would have had Yahweh Shai as a savior. It says, who is over all, blessed be the Most High. To what, man? But nevertheless, now we have all this. We have the kingdom. That's ours. Everlasting life, that's ours. Now seeing we have it, we have to remember the latter end of it. So whatever situation we in, even if we about to die, don't be like Esau. Don't give it up. Hey, the strip, let me get this. It's a rock 4. We're in the spirit. It's a rock 4 and 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death. Esau, if he would have strove for his birthright unto death, what would have happened? And the Lord shall fight for thee. The Most High could have made a way for him, although it was written before they was even born how it was going to go. In Romans the 9th chapter, it says that the Most High chose Jacob anyway, before they even did good or bad. But the point is, let's use him as an example, Esau, on how not to be, though. Let's use his people how not to be. You know, let's read this again. Sirach 4 and 28. Strive for the truth unto death. What Esau said, Jacob, come on, I'm about to die. I'm starving. Give me your birthright. What is going to do for me right now? Not even knowing, even if you would have, man, just say, fuck it. I'm going to just die. Brother, I'm going to keep my birthright. It's all good. The Lord could have sent the deer running across the field, you know, or something. Whatever it is, you know. But even if he would have died, he still would have got. We got to get Revelation 14 next, and I'll wind it down. Right? Let's get it right now. Because even if Esau would have died, his birthright would have followed. He would have eventually came back in reincarnation, inherited the blessings. His descendants would have inherited the blessings, and he would have been good. But now he ain't good. This Revelation 14, because this for us now. And 13, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. So even if we have to give our life for this truth, you know, on top of, well, you know, giving your life will be the main thing, but on top of struggles, on top of low points, you know, on top of, you know, the growth pains that we have to grow and get built up in the truth. On top of putting to death that old man. On top of all these things that we gotta suffer, the fiery trial, the temptations. You see, no matter what, if we continue, our works gonna follow in the next world to come. And that's what Esau didn't understand, because he wasn't serious. He wasn't serious. He playing. It says, blessed are the dead which die the Lord from henceforth. So even if we die, it says, yes, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. So our works gonna follow. Our belief gonna follow in the next world to come. That ain't no reason to give it up, because we struggling, man. But that also showed Esau didn't trust the Lord. He wasn't spiritual. He didn't have faith in the Lord, man. And therefore, he gave up the greatest blessing a man could ever receive. But let's get this in Hebrews 10 and 9 ended. There's Hebrews, the 10th chapter. Just going into remember the latter end, man. Remember, hey, keep that on our forefront, man. That's why it says the helmet of salvation. Salvation, man. Because there's going to be a time where it seems like, shit, bro, when all hell break loose, man, so many things gonna be happening. People ain't gonna know what's going on, how it's going to end. But we got to consider that Yahushua, he must show up. If that rock don't hit the feet of the statue, the Nebuchadnezzar dream can't be fulfilled, man. So the rock got to come. Remember the end. When we in Jacob's trouble and going, and again, it's easier said than done. That's why we hope and pray that the Lord strengthen us in this time, man. When we going through it and back against the wall, we have to remember the end. When Esau tempting everybody and causing all to take their MOTB, remember the latter end. Remember the destruction that's going to come with that. Put in our minds not to take it, man. Pray to the Lord. Esau, and look, that's the thing. When Esau got weak, it never said he prayed to the Lord for strength. You see, he just said, I'm weak, man. Fuck it. He ain't say, Lord, strengthen me. He ain't say, Lord, hey, send me food. He ain't asked none of that, man. This man just said, fuck it. So like it for, excuse my Swahili, like Apostle Ramla said, but he just said, forget it, and gave it up. He ain't consider nothing. Come on, man. But let's get this. And just reading that, it's like, damn, boy, I see, boy, Esau descendants should hate him. Because if I was how about Shemal Shah? We ain't Edomites, but if I was an Edomite and I was to go read that, I would be pissed off. Like, what you doing? Like, what you doing? You know how we be excited when we read about Yahushua and what he did for us, and the great men of old, and the King Davids and the Judas Maccabees and the Abraham, how they went through and conquered situations. We get excited. Well, Esau, that's why they feel so played, because look at what they gave up. And look, even Esau, he realized what he gave up. That's why in Genesis 27 chapter, when Isaac told him, he said, Esau, I gave your blessing to your brother Jacob. It says, and Esau, he said, what? When my father died, I'm going to kill my brother because he got the birthright. So that's why they really hate us today, because we have what they want. We have what they want. You see? They regret their decision. So seeing they regret their decision is more so for us to see what'll happen if you leave the Lord. You're going to regret that decision, man. But let's end it with this. It's Hebrews chapter 10. And let's start at 34. It says, for ye had compassion of me and my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and an enduring substance. So what Apostle Paul saying to the church what is the Hebrews, Hebrews is written, but what he's saying right here is that, look, brothers, y'all helped me out y'all pocket. Y'all finances, y'all took care of me with carnal things, carnal means, and food and shelter, right? It said y'all weren't worried about it because y'all knew y'all had an enduring substance in the heavens. A better blessing that was eventually go come down the road, man. Everything we talking about. But again, Esau ain't even consider that. We know those things now, that the Lord gonna repay us back. Oh, we got to get that. Well, we ain't got to get it, but Hebrews 6 and 10. It said the Most High is not unrighteous to forget our works and labor of love. He'll pay us back if we fight for him, man. Well, let's end it. It says, knowing in Hebrews 10 and 34, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and enduring substance, things that matter. Esau got that bowl of food, and look, when you hungry, you eat fast. So you know how quick that temporary pleasure was? You know he had to eat it fast. You see? It went away quick. But us, we got the enduring substance. So that's why the next verse say, Hebrews 10:35. So cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which have a great recompense of reward. Don't give this up, man. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. And there's really nothing that we can do or say technically, because it's up to the Lord. But he did put people here on earth to fulfill the lots of the elect. And that's one thing I pray the Lord for, man. Not to just say, Lord, let me be of the elect. But I ask the Lord in my prayers, man, like daily. Lord, put it on my spirit and in my actions to do what the elect would do. Not just to ask for it. We want to earn this, man. Just like Yahweh Shai, he didn't just ask for it. Hey, Father, give me everything. No, he came down and earned it, man. You see? Earned it. Just like Esau, you didn't earn it. You just asked for it. In Genesis 22nd chapter, he just came to Jacob and was like, hey, bless me now. I mean, he came to Isaac talking about, hey, bless me now, Father. You just asked for it. But a couple of days ago, you gave it away. You ain't care about it. You see? No, we want to earn this, man. So it says, cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which have a great recompense of reward. For you have need of patience if you would have just waited. And that's the thing. I'm sure somebody around that have food. I'm sure he could ask somebody for food. You see? But it says, for you have need of patience. We have need to go through the suffering. We have need to have long suffering, to constantly endure. It says that after you have done the will of the Most High, then ye might receive the promises. So the promises come after, not on our time, not when we wanted to. Just wait. Esau, he wanted it when he wanted it. He couldn't wait. Again, he said, what this birthright gonna do for me now? It ain't about what it's gonna do for you now. What you gonna do now to receive that birthright when it do come? It says, for you have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. How shall I go come? Don't doubt that. One day he gonna come. You don't want to, just be like Esau and Jacob's trouble. You say, fuck it, and you get the MOTB, and the next day Yahweh shall come. You feel me? Come on, man. Again, it's easier said than done, but we speak in life and conquering, and overcoming, man. That's what we want to speak, man, not doubt. We coming back with the right report. It's because, look, we ain't trusting in ourselves. We trusting in the Lord. Esau trusted in himself. Even today, we see them. They trusting in themselves. Like they NWO going to take off, But it says, now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Again, Esau drew back. He didn't understand or believe in the things to come. That's why the Most High don't have pleasure in that dude in his nation. But it says, verse 39, and I end it, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, the son of perdition. It says, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul, man. Those who go inherit those blessings. You see? Those who going to fight like Yahweh Shai fought. Those who going to go through it like Abraham went through it. Those who going to fight like Jacob fought. You see? So on and so forth, man. Those who going to believe and seek and trust in the Lord like King David continue to seek and trust in the Lord no matter what he went through, whether he was living good or whether he was suffering. We want to be in that lot of the greats, man. The Sirach 44 greats, man. Those Hebrews 11 greats, those who written in heaven, the hall of fame. The hall of faith, you see? The hall of faith. Believing in things that we can't see. But look, I ended right there. I just wanted to touch on that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise. Oh, shit, I'm going in a little minute. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. And as well as all you believers out there who believing on the gospel, you keep fighting and keep pushing. And with that, shalom.